Over the last decade, I've worked with over 450 companies. I've helped them as a growth consultant, and in every industry and vertical you can imagine. I've had trackable revenue for over 400 million on just e-commerce. God knows how much on info products, scaled consulting businesses, sold to businesses. And the question that you all have for me is, if I was to have 3 acquisition channels that I could use for the rest of my life, and only 3, what the fuck would they be? So that is the topic of conversation for today, okay? So what are the 3 channels someone who in total has done north of $1 billion in sales for companies would choose? Now, these may or may not be, let's just, in fact, let's start here. What are the ones that we can think about? We've got LinkedIn, right? We've got, what is it, X, now it's Twitter or whatever. We've got YouTube, and we've got cold email. What else have we got? Like, I guess we've got like, we'll call it like cold DMs. Then we've got Meta, ads, YouTube, ads, like Snap, I guess Snap, ads. Oh, great. And then we've got TikTok, which is a lot better now, actually. TikTok ads, I'm just trying to think. LinkedIn, and then obviously, we've got Instagram, and we've got Facebook as well. I don't know. There might be some other ones in there that I can't think about. Podcasting, I guess, right? And I'm going to actually run through all of these for the sake of it, because I think you're going to learn something, because I've done stuff with all of these. All right, but there is genuinely only 3 of these, and they're the only 3 that I focus on. And listen, a hint might be the fact that what we're watching right now. Think about it, all right? Okay, so LinkedIn. LinkedIn's fucking awesome for B2B, right? People shit on it and everything, but it's actually really good. If you've got a really core B2B audience, it's really good. Also, with LinkedIn, hate to admit it, but because of the way the platform is, you don't tend to get a lot of like hate and crap spewed at you. Like, it's just not really on the platform. So I guess you could say from like a mental health perspective, LinkedIn's good. So I love this for B2B. Genuinely think it's good, still use it to this very day. Also, you can automate it with great tools like HeyReach.io, which I love using, and makes it so good. So much easier. Also, posting on it, it's got better reach now with carousels, videos, stuff like that. X, I don't really use, I'll be honest. I'm not like a huge fan of X. I know a bunch of people that do use it. I know people used to have way more success on it. The one thing about X is you just post a lot, okay? Like, you can just post a lot on it. And people are posting 7-10 times a day, right? And you're getting basically reach by volume. Personally, it's not for me. The one thing that I don't like about really all 4 of these, and it's just my personal opinion, and it's kind of where I personally lean, is I'm just not a fan of written content, because I just don't enjoy particularly writing that much. So yeah, that's all I would say. So with these 2, that would be the disadvantage. Instagram is good for growth. It's really good in certain industries. For example, my best mate is a top real estate agent. IG crushes for him. Like, it just absolutely crushes. He does millions of dollars a year, and he does it all off his IG profile. So it can be really good. Facebook is making a comeback as of this very moment with the Reels. The Reels on Facebook is getting a lot of reach, and this is all because of TikTok. So we've got TikTok to thank for that, because basically when their algorithm started getting new creators found, all the other platforms had to start increasing their organic reach on the platform, which they killed, because they wanted people to spend money on ads. So we do have a lot to thank TikTok for, believe it or not. YouTube, right? I'm gonna do a little fucking crown. Does it look like crown? It's the best platform for organic growth. It's the best platform for business. It's the best platform for sharing entertainment, sharing knowledge, sharing everything. There is just what you could say is a ceiling, a skill, not ceiling, there is like a skill to it. Okay, now you could do videos just like this channel, which are like totally raw. Don't expect to be going off to the moon. You're not going to become the next Mr. Beast. Just totally forget about that. But the beautiful thing about YouTube is it has a way of just finding your core audience and people who actually resonate with what you're saying. And that's what's awesome about it. I know people who genuinely get 100 views on a video who have multiple six-figure per year profit companies off that content, and it takes them 10 minutes to film a video once a week or whatever they want to do. That's what I love about it. But also, if you want to go the other end, like on my other channel where it's a lot more scripted and it's a lot more put together, and I've got, you know, thumbnails and titles and coaches and all that stuff, like you can take it to the moon and get hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of views in a video, all right, when you really know what you're doing. So there's like this huge spectrum on YouTube, but it definitely is one of the kings. Now, cold email, amazing for B2B. The reason it's so amazing is it's just got the cheapest scale. Like for the money you put into it to what you can get out of it, and the bigger your industry, the better. But it's just insane. So for example, last year with a company that I sold, we were doing about 1.5 million a year in profit. It would cost us on average $600 to get a client from cold email. And that client was worth $18,000 to us. That was our lowest ticket price point on that business. So we worked out our metrics. I've actually got a case study on this, but we got 20.6x return on spend. Cold email is also the way that I grew my last podcast to the #2 real estate podcast in the whole world off cold email, and I interviewed over 100 millionaires and 3 billionaires in the first year. Cold email just has the most utility, whether it's meeting people, getting deals, getting acquaintances, getting invites to stuff. Like it's just got the most utility of everything, and I actually think it's the best value. All right, now. Next, cold DMs. I'm just gonna speak my truth here. I absolutely fucking hate this, personally. Now, I'm not putting LinkedIn in this purely because LinkedIn is a B2B platform. By nature, it is for business to business relations. So you can DM people and ask if they wanna do business with you. But people that do it on, Facebook's my biggest hate, but this is just me, but like Instagram, whatever. There's tons of people that teach it. I get it. They like that because, you know, that's where they, you know, spend all their time on IG, in the DMs, doing all that. I personally just absolutely can't stand it. Now, does that mean it doesn't work? Absolutely not. Specifically Instagram, I know there is a bunch of people that crush it, right? So B2B and B2C, this can work with. I know it can work with both. To be fair, so can Twitter. I know people that crush it in B2C on Twitter, specifically in like crypto related niches. Does it work? Yes. Is it a good 0 to 1? I think for the right person, yes. Do I like it? No, I absolutely hate it. Podcasting. Now, podcasting is awesome if you know what to do. Now, people think you want to start a podcast, get loads of views, and you get notoriety. You use podcasting for one of two things. You either use it as a way to speak with people that you want to speak to gain their knowledge and get insights from, which I've done many times and is awesome for. The other thing you do is you could invite your ideal avatar onto it, people you want to close on a deal, and use it as an opportunity to get to know them, know, like, trust, and then essentially at the end kind of pitch the idea of potentially working together. This is how you should be using podcasts, right? The other nice thing about podcasts is there is no like platform where it tells people how many views you get and how many downloads. It's all private. So the reason that the acceptance rates on podcasts are so much higher than they are like, hey, do you want to come on my YouTube channel? Is because people can't actually check how big your podcast is. They just look at the number of episodes. All right. So I do actually like this for B2B. It's really slept on and I've done it very successfully. Now, changing sides. So Meta ads, let's just not fuck about, it's the king. It's got the most data, it's been around the longest, I've been advertising on it since 2015, I've spent over 100 million on this platform. It's better now than it ever has been for one good reason. You basically don't need to do any targeting anymore. If you've got great ad creative and copy, Facebook will find who your audience is. It really, for beginners, for anybody, if you want to run ads to grow your business, there has never been a better time to get on Meta ads. I don't have much more to say about that. It really is a king. YouTube ads also can be awesome, just a higher barrier to entry because there's a skill gap. You got to know how to speak on camera and script and do videos and then run in the ads platform. Again, I know people that do very well on this. I think there's a guy called like YT Ads or something like that. And this is all he does. And he crushes it as well. I know a bunch of people that have crushed it. Like Alex Becker was big on YouTube ads as well. So can absolutely work for a ton of people. I do like it, B2B and B2C. okay? Snapchat ads, I've had very little experience with, I'll be honest. I've done a little bit on it. I think maybe for B2C it could work pretty well, but I'm lacking on that one. Now, TikTok ads, this is kind of the lone wolf. This is like the outside of the box. Oh, lone wolf wasn't the right word, but this is like the outside of the box one. This one is really fighting against Meta ads now. They have got so much data on people, and this is why people, if you look in the app and on terms and services, why a lot of people don't like it, especially like very successful business people who are private. Like, was it Kevin O'Leary has a separate phone for TikTok because he doesn't want TikTok knowing what's on his other phone. But TikTok ads used to be like, oh, it's 18 to 22-year-olds. Now it's absolutely insane. Like the amount of data they have and how good these have got is crazy. And for B2, like e-com, just absolutely crushes. But I know people that do pretty good on B2B as well. But B2C, TikTok is insane. I'm not gonna say it's better than Meta, but it's a different platform, it's a different ad creative style, and they're both insane, all right? So, which are my three? Obviously, YouTube organic, Meta ads. So I'd say this is one, and then the other one, believe it or not, is cold email to me, okay? So if I was to choose 3 platforms for the rest of my life that I could use to grow any business in the world, these are the 3 that I would choose because they have the broadest utility across any product, across any market. The only one that you can't really use, you can't use cold email for B2C, especially in Europe or UK because of GDPR and whatnot, but YouTube and Meta ads would be the 2 kings of the platforms that are outside of your control. Cold email, you control, which is another reason I love it. All right. Top 3 platforms. These are the ones you now know information about all of them. Choose which one to suit you best, but you will always find me on these 3. And subscribe to the channel.